everybody. Welcome back to the world of Fandom Fights. I am your host, the King, Kaleb Koho, and we've got ourselves another round one matchup in the Summer Series Singles Tournament. It's going to be a good one, and here to help me call it, as always, is my co-host, Tim, the Hulk Brzakala. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing fantastic. I have no stakes in this match. I'm very pumped. My good friend Nick is playing, and my wonderful, wonderful best friend on planet Earth, Jim Green, is also playing. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this one goes today. I am looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Nick Twohig, one of the rising stars in the division. Jim Green, my ex-teammate, my ex in general, is just sitting here ready to fucking play a singles match again. But it's gonna be a good one to see these two face off. Jim's no slouch, Twohig's no slouch. It's gonna be a great match. What do you think of this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, all seriousness, Jim escaped retirement by beating JD. He had a very dominant showing in that match. Nick's last singles match was a loss to Scully, if I'm not mistaken, so the now champion. So will Nick be able to bounce back? I think he might be able to. But like you said, Jim is no slouch. He's played for titles. He's contended for titles. It's just
these guys
whether or not he's going to show up. It's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. But that's enough from us. We'll hear what these two have to say right now in promos.
I'm back, never left in Texas. I wore a shirt that says Texas on it, so you know where I am, because some of you don't know that. Because I'm just a troll that you should ignore, because fuck Star Wars matches. But other than that, don't got a whole lot to say here, because Lucas Schlindenbach isn't here to make fun of. Fuck him as always. But usually when people play against people that are in Cody's faction, it's something like Cody is not good, and Nicholas Twohig is also not good. Tim Brzakala is pretty cool though. So yeah, I don't got a whole lot to say this time, but Cody is not good.
So, listen here, Twohig. You're a contender, and he's a tomato. We don't run a goddamn soup kitchen. Twohig, you're going to go in there and knock his ass out. That's what I need you to do. He's a chump, and you're a champion.
He stinks.
The title match.
He stinks. This guy stinks.
Yeah.
Rocky said that in the movie. Bye.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, those were what we call some flaming hot promos. Jim Green calling out Star Wars matches. Nick Twohig, known for liking Star Wars matches. And Jim Green, known for liking Rocky. Nick Twohig, talking about Rocky. Coincidence? It's all connected. What do you think?
Yeah, according to Jim, Cody is bad. According to Cody, Jim's a tomato. It's going to be a very interesting match. I am looking forward to it. I can barely handle it. I'm so excited.
Then let's get right into it and bring in our competitors and get right into the rules of round number one, which work like this. You are each going to get 10 questions worth 1 point apiece from 10 different areas within the realm of fandom fights. Should you get all 10 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get to round number one?
No, but I just got that the promo is because of the Rocky movie, and he's wearing a Rocky shirt. It makes sense now. I get it.
Jim's
all connected. It's all connected. All right, guys, your first question comes to the category of the Planet of the Apes. What was the last film in the series to feature Roddy McDowell? What a fun name, McDowell.
Do we need to write the whole thing?
Yes.
Yes, please. We're going to be assholes.
Yes.
Yes, we are. But managers, though. 5, 4, 3.
Managers, though.
1. Pens down. We're going to start with Nick Twohig.
This better not have been one of those things where they had a cameo in Burton's, but I said Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
And Jim.
I said Beneath Thee.
We were looking for Battle of the Planet of the Apes. That is correct, and a point for Nick the Rocky Twohig.
All right. Next category is the category of Rocky.
What?
Sure.
In Rocky 3, Rocky fights in an exhibition match against Thunderlips, who is the world champion of what?
We were just talking about it. are we going to need them to write out the entire title of every title that we have in titles?
It depends on my mood.
That's very fair. 5, 4, 100%. 3.
Gets me off of making you write The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Hands down. We're going to start with Jim.
Wrestling.
And Twohig.
You mean the ultimate male wrestling?
Both are correct for a point. 2-1. Let's get to the third question in the category of Fandom Quotes. What Wizarding World character says, "They didn't die in vain, but you will, because you're wrong. Harry's heart did beat for us, for all of us."
I actually watched this movie the other day.
You know what I watched the other day? I watched frickin' the saga of the Viking women and their journey to whatever bumfuck island they go in a Roger Corman movie, because I hate myself.
5, 4,
Fuck you, Ethan Beller. You'll never see this.
1. What? Jeez, write it down. Go to Nick.
The real hero of Harry Potter, Neville Longbottom.
Yeah, that is not true. Jim.
I wrote Neville Longbottom, Matt Lewis Glow Up Edition.
Both are correct. And Twohig's comment is the most correct as we get to the fourth question.
I don't know. Matt Lewis Glow Up
right.
Edition is actually the most correct.
That's also actually most accurate.
Next question is in Worlds of DC. What holiday do the main events of Shazam take place during?
Do we have to write the whole? No, I'm kidding.
You know, Caleb, when you get Jim on the desk, whether he wins or loses, it's always an entertaining one.
It's always with the comedy with Jim Green. Always
with the funnies with that Mr. Green. He's waiting for so long.
There's no holidays that long.
Jim.
Christmas, December 25th, ... Jesus' birthday.
Nick. Yes.
Oh my god. All right, your next question is in the category of Fandom Oscars. How many Oscars was 2009's Star Trek nominated for?
Nominated for a Golden Globe?
Not a Golden Globe, but a Razzie. Actually won Worst Existing Human.
In a film?
No, in life. I was up against many people.
I didn't know the Razzies added that category.
Oh, they have a weird one every year. And I took it home. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the back of my mom's convertible. Pens down. We're going to start with Mr. Twohig.
A 1-1. Was it nominated for 2?
Over to Jim Green.
I also said 2, but with a question mark.
Both incorrect. Looking for double that. 4 Oscar nominations for 2009's Star Trek.
Give me a quick second. I'm just trying to see if I can get a marker that is not as shitty.
It was nominated for sound editing, sound mixing, makeup, and visual effects.
I really figured something with sound and visual.
Okay, next question. Excuse me. Category of MCU.
Okay.
In Iron Man 2, the post-credit scene features Agent Coulson investigating what? This is what we call in the biz as a layup.
One might even call this a slam dunk.
Slam dunks are hard, though.
Are they? I would never know. I played basketball for half a season, only scored 1 basket. 5.
Let's go to a court and you try to do it and see what happens.
1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jim.
Thor's hammer, ...
And Twohig.
Mjolnir in a crater in the desert.
Both are correct. All right, guys, your next question is in the category of those matches that do not matter, Star Wars.
Agree.
In The Rise of Skywalker, what is the name of the creature that wipes C-3PO's mind?
Oh, God.
Do these matches matter?
Spelling question mark?
Well, they matter when they premiere on Twitch.
Right. Also, so this is not the spelling fights. This is fandom fights. Know your place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll start with Twohig.
Babu Frick.
And Jim.
I spelled it completely different, but Babu Frick.
That is correct. Phonetically spelling out the word frick. I like
And
it.
I put Bob Boo. Babu. Babu.
Is that named after the Shelob?
Yes.
All right, guys. Next question is in Disney animation. What was the first Disney animated film of the 2000s?
Fuck.
The first one to be released.
Gotta think off the old domer. Try and figure
Can
it out.
we, going back to the last question, can we agree
Yes.
Babu Frick, just a wonderful person.
Wonderful person. Great
Chef's
name.
best part of the movie.
100% easily.
4, 3,
Hey!
1. Pens down. We'll start with, I don't remember, so Nick.
I don't think it's right, but move on.
That is incorrect,
Well,
Jim.
definitely 1998. Maybe. I put Atlantis.
Also incorrect. We were looking for Fantasia 2000.
Y'all both shot just right around it. Jim in 01, 2 98. Your picked ultimate questions in the category of Jurassic Park. In Jurassic World, what happens that makes Owen have to go into the raptor pen when we first meet him?
Speaking of Jurassic World, the macaw, the greatest trivia player of all time, is currently playing a Jurassic World licensed video game. Coincidence?
I think maybe, potentially. 5,
4. You keep going. 3,
2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Jim Green.
I put Baby Raptor Born with a question mark because I haven't seen the movie.
It's incorrect. And Nick Twohig.
An
The
employee
macaw.
gets pulled into the pen by a raptor.
That is correct.
We can accept that, yeah. The macaw, very upset with Jim Green for having not seen Jurassic World. All right. So, guys, we are on to your final question, which is in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for The Desolation of Smaug?
Funny story about this film. I went to see it, and I fell asleep. I woke up to the dulcet tones of a specific singer.
Yeah, I know. I watched this movie today, and literally I was like, and cue it? And Maggie was like,
And cue a snubbed Oscar nomination. There you go.
1. Pens down. Jim, we will start with you.
Danny Elfman composes movies, right?
Yes, but that is incorrect. And Nick,
Howard Shore.
Howard Shore is correct.
I had no clue.
All right, so at the end of round 1, Nick Twohig has the lead 8 to Jim Green's 5. But anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which works like this. You're each going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. If you like the category you land on, you are going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice, but it devalues the point down to being only worth 1. You all have all 3 of your repeats and your challenge rules in place. Your categories on the wheel tonight are Star Trek, Marvel, Rocky, Disney live action, scores and soundtracks, DreamWorks animation, YA dystopia, and Jurassic Park, as well as spinners at opponent's choice. Mr. Twohig, Mr. Newberry, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Mr. Green?
What's the score?
8 to 5.
See, it doesn't really matter what you spin. You're going to get opponent's choice. So, would you
Right.
rather get it this round, this spin, or next round?
Maybe next round?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
All
We'll get
right.
opponent's choice next round.
All right, Mr. Green, you are going to be in the hall with the revolver as you spin the wheel.
Jesus.
And it lands on Rocky. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I'd like to bring in my manager to discuss this, please. It's this whiteboard.
Got you.
Number 1, breathe.
Got
We're going to jump to 2B. What else scares you? Okay. 2A, we did put this on the wheel, so we do need to have some sort of long extended talk until they start counting us down. So let's just talk this out. Oh, and then we're going to go to number 3, take it.
All right, you take it. All right.
Thank
Tim,
you, manager.
would you like to give Mr. Green his questions in the category of Rocky?
I will, and by God, moment of the year. Okay, so, Jim, your first question. In Rocky. In what film in the franchise do Rocky and Adrian have their child?
Okay, question, because this is specific. What movie do they have the child? The first one, because she's pregnant in the second one. So you have the child, right? The child has to have been born.
Child is born. Yes.
Rocky 3. Final answer.
That is incorrect, Nick, for the 2-point steal.
Well, I hear she was pregnant in the second one, so I'm going to go with Rocky 2.
That is correct for 2 points. All right. Next question. In Creed 2, why couldn't Bianca hear Adonis's first proposal to her?
I don't know how specific you're looking to be. She did not have her hearing aid in.
That is correct for 2 points.
I believe they're called like colloquial devices or some shit.
All right, your next question. In Rocky 3, where does Apollo find Rocky to tell him that he wants to train him for the next match against Clubber?
I mean, are you looking for a specific answer here? Not just like a general, the city of Philadelphia.
Yes.
Okay, then I will go multiple choice on that.
All right, your options are A, Mickey's gym, B, a bar, C, the place where Mickey died, or D, Rocky's house.
Rocky's house.
That is incorrect. Nick, chance for the 1-point steal.
It's Mickey's gym.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Jim, your fourth question. What city does the fight with Dixon occur in Rocky Balboa?
I believe it's at the MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada.
That is correct for 2 points.
Pretty sure it's Mandalay Bay.
Hey, I didn't. That's why I didn't specify.
Okay, Jim, your final question in Rocky. Real-life boxer Anthony Bellew plays what boxer in Creed?
Fuck. What can I get? I'll use a repeat, but can I get a score count before you repeat?
Yes, it is 9-11. Nick has 9, or 11. You have 9. And the question with your first repeat: real-life boxer Anthony Bellew plays what boxer in Creed?
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit and say Pretty Ricky Hamlin.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Ricky Hamlin.
That is incorrect. Nick, chance for the 2-point steal.
Okay. I'm in a predicament because I don't know if it's Ricky, but I also know he said the name wrong. So I'm going to say Pretty Ricky Conlon.
That is correct for 2 points. Whew. All right, so a bunch of steals there, Koho. Nick gets his total up to 13 to 9.
13-9.
Okay, so we'll bring Cody back in, bring up that wheel.
Bringing back the wheel. All right, Mr. Twohig, Mr. Newberry, this is your spin.
While it's spinning, can I consult my manager again?
Sure. It's on Star Trek. Would you like to keep
Yeah,
that?
we're
As
gonna take that.
Wait, Cody. You forgot to tell me to breathe.
Oh, breathe.
Thank
And
you.
answer these questions correctly. Okay, cool. Bye.
Manager of the year, you're going to lose it to Jim's whiteboard.
Yeah.
Probably, and I'm okay with that.
All right, Mr. Twohig, your first question. Round 2, category of Star Trek. What part of the body do the creatures that Khan uses to control Chekhov with enter Chekhov's body in The Wrath of Khan?
It's through his ear.
Correct for 2 points. Your second question in Star Trek. Who plays the Federation president in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country?
Kurtwood Smith.
That's correct for another 2 points. Your third question. In Star Trek Into Darkness, a Starfleet officer bombed an archive by dropping what into a glass of water?
A ring.
It's correct for 2 more points. Your penultimate question in the category is Star Trek. At the start of Star Trek Generations, the new Enterprise B was planning on looping around what planet before going back to Earth?
Ooh. Huh. Let's go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Jupiter, B, Saturn, C, Neptune, or D, Pluto.
3 of my guesses were in there. That's cool.
That is a predicament.
I'm going to say Saturn.
That is incorrect, Jim Green, the chance for the 1-point steal.
I hear just
Your options again are A, Jupiter, B, Saturn, C, Neptune, or D, Pluto.
Jupiter also has rings, so I'm going to go with Jupiter.
That is also incorrect. Looking for Pluto. It's Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet.
I don't think Jupiter has rings. Does it? Am I crazy?
I am not an astrologer. All right, your last question.
An astrologer?
I went for the joke. Star Trek, your last question, Mr. Twohig.
Mm-hmm.
Which Star Trek film features a Klingon named Claw and his second-in-command, Vixis?
Star Trek V, The Final Frontier.
And your winner, by way of knockout, Nick, the name Twohig. 21-9 final score, Mr. Brzakala. What a match.
Yes, it really came down to those steals in round 2. Nick was able to capitalize on some steals in Rocky. Questions didn't really go Jim's way, and then Nick got a strength of Star Trek. It's just, kind of sucks, but that's how it goes. But yeah, good performance in round 1 by both of them, especially, and then, like I said, just round 2 didn't go Jim's way.
Absolutely. We'll go ahead. We'll get post-match interviews starting with our winner today, Nick, the name Twohig, and his manager, Cody Newberry. You got your first career knockout today. That's got to feel good. Overall, how do you feel the wheel worked for you today? How do you feel about your luck?
Can we get somebody else on the desk? For love of everything holy.
Okay, cool. You get to leave for that. No, all right.
No.
I think.
How do we feel about the KO? Oh, man, this is rough. Not as great as we could have felt because we didn't play round 3. It's dumb questions. I hate this. Kingston get better material. No, we feel great. And I even predicted it at the beginning, which I didn't actually expect because I actually like Jim Green as a person. So Jim Green, nothing. I have nothing rude to say to Jim. It just I hate winning on steals that I knew he knew the answer to. It just was he mispronounced. And that kills me. But you got Trek. You need to know a little bit more about planets, apparently. But other than that, great pulls. Again, if he would have respun off Rocky, he would have got Star Trek. I think the outcome probably would have ended up the same regardless because you would have probably feasted on the steals. Maybe not 2 points, but no, I'm excited for the next round. I'm excited for this tournament. Twohig didn't get to play last year in the tournament. This is his time to shine this year, so I'm really excited to see what he does. How are you feeling about the match?
I feel good. To answer your question, Koho, from very long ago, I did not hit opponent's choice, so I'm very happy with the wheel, so to speak. Yeah, this may have been the most fun match I've ever played, so thank you for that, Jim. I had a great time, and I'm sorry I had to, take care of business. That was me being mean.
Absolutely. Well, with that win today, that moves you into the next round of the tournament, playing a competitor that we have seen already, and someone you've already played this season. You get to be rematched.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Jacoby the Barbarian Bancroft, the rematch in round 2. He did really well against you last time. Are you nervous about playing Jacoby, or are you no sweat?
Cody, am I nervous about playing Jacoby?
How'd you do last match?
We went to the last question. However, I seem to be on a streak where I'm not hitting opponent's choice every time.
You got opponent's choice last time. No, we're not nervous. He pulled off a great – I know if we get to round 3 that we will have to be as aggressive as him because in the previous match he did bet 2. I'm hoping this has been released. I'm hoping we're good.
We're good.
Okay. He's bet 2 on everything besides one question. So if he's going to do whatever he can to try to beat us in that round. So we'll have to shoot probably more aggressive play in round 3 if we get there. But my hope is not to have to get to round 3. I hope that we hit a strength, and I hope they hit a weakness, and we're able just to take it. It's going to be another fun match because Jacoby is another person I have no. He joined a stupid faction. I'll be honest with you, a dumb study group that sits in the back of a library and just throws Trivial Pursuit cards at each other. I don't know, but Jacoby is not worth being in that faction at all. So we have to beat him. That's unfortunate, but maybe we can make a deal. We beat him, he can join our faction. We'll throw it out there at the beginning of the post match. See what happens. Who knows? But yeah, I'm not worried. We'll see him next round.
I may or may not wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Ooh. Tease potentially for what to see from Nick Twohig's wardrobe in round number 2. Congratulations on your win, guys. We'll see you guys in the next round. We will go over to our unfortunate loser today, Jim the Wolf Green. You played a solid game. Those steals that you tried to get didn't totally pay off. How do you feel overall about your performance despite the loss?
I went a little too quick on Ricky Conlon because I didn't know it, and then the same thing. I forgot Robert's he's like a little boy with like toy robots and stuff in Rocky 3 because that's where the time jump happens. So I should have just guessed Rocky 2. So yeah, I don't really know a whole lot to say, but I do need to talk to my manager on this. Breathe. Okay. Cody is not good. Nick didn't go multiple choice on all the Star Trek questions, though. Oh, yeah, that was a surprise to me. Someone naming Star Trek as a strength and not going multiple choice every time and missing them. So, usually when other people do that, that tends to happen with Star Trek. And not anybody in particular, but people, because that's happened in the past.
That is something that may or may not have happened in the past.
I think I don't feel as bad. Like, I knew the 2 questions that I fucked up, once I think my only hope was if Nick had went first and then spun and then he got Star Trek, and then I kind of had an idea with what I was working with score wise, so not take as many chances after he sweeps that and is winning by like 15 points. But win some, lose some. Oh, and also fuck Lucas.
Noted. Is there anyone you're looking to try and play next to get another win on that record? Try and put yourself back on forward momentum.
JD West really seemed sure that he was going to get another match, but I don't think I can play him again. So I don't know. We'll see what Koho and Tim want to throw at me. Hopefully it's not someone as great as Nicholas Twohig or the Macaw or the Green Man Timmy B.
All right, Green Man Timmy B, his moonlighting alias. But we'll go ahead and we'll see you back real soon, Jim. All right, well, that's going to do it for us, Tim. Overall final thoughts on this match.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match. Like I said before the post-match, Jim got dealt a bad hand, but overall, Nick played lights out. And it good for him. I love the guy. I'm happy he's in the next match. It's going to be a good one with him and Jacoby going up against each other. That is going to be a fun match after Jacoby's play style last match and now Nick on fire. It's going to be good. I'm excited for that one.
Absolutely. Definitely one of the more anticipated potential rematches that we could have seen in this tournament coming to light in round 2. It's going to be a great one. But that's going to do it for us. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match here in round number 1 of the Summer Series tournament. That has been Nick. That has been Jim. That has been Tim. That was Cody. I have been Caleb. This has been Fandom Fights. We'll see you guys real soon when Tim Brzakala takes on Azaria Montenegro. See you guys real soon.